Nityanandam. A couple of days ago, I was sitting with Swami-ji and rest of the Adinavasis in a mandala process. Yeah, it is a process in which Swami-ji was awakening some Shaktis of Sadashivayanas. And while I was in that meditation, a certain thought process happened in me. A certain cognitive shift happened in me. Basically, I was feeling a really deep gratitude towards Swami-ji and Kalabhairava. I was just visualizing Kalabhairava deity, and I was visualizing that I am holding the deity's feet and resting there. It was a very sweet feeling. It is a kind of feeling that I just want to hold on to him. I don't want to leave him, and even if my mood swings or something take me away from him, I'll just hold on to him. There's no possibility of me to get separated from him. It's because I know it is he who will always support me. He is always going to think the best about me, and Swami-ji, Kalabhairava are there for me. So I was in tears, cherishing some memories, and in that process, I was getting a vision of our Bidadi Kalabhairava at the gate, and then suddenly I got a vision of Kashi Kalabhairava. So 2 years ago, I went to the Kashi Kalabhairava temple with a few sannyasis and brahmacharis of our aadhenams, and see, that happened 2 years ago, and suddenly I am remembering. So it clicked to me that when I went there, actually, I walked around the temple, I visited it, everything I did. I was seeing the buildings, the windows, and I could see that there were some other religion people there, and the whole area was encroached and completely packed by those people, those settlements. But the thing is, I am realizing it now. And why it is significant, a few days ago, one of our aadhenams was attacked by a mob of 200 people. And it was a really bad scene that they were throwing stones, breaking property, abusing sannyasis physically, harassing them. There were 2 major cases against them, and 20 people got arrested. It was a big mess. Not from what can we do if people are attacking us? So we followed the law and the system, and those people were put behind bars for various offences. Attempt to murder, attempt to rape, that was really that bad. And one thing I realized, that this is not a land ownership or a law and order problem really of an organization. It is a consistent pattern, a consistent problem that we Hindus have been ignoring and taking it very casually. And by the way, that land, I'll show you the ownership document. It's called Patta. We have the original, the one person who donated. It dates 50 years from today. So since 50 years, we have a rightful ownership of that place. So there's no dispute. And the entire media was eating us and telling that we have done some kind of a big crime by claiming ownership of our own land. And it was clear-cut instruction from High Court that the people, whoever are there, whoever have illegally encroached, are supposed to vacate, and we are supposed to claim our ownership. And the TV channels, they have their own world. I don't know. We have become so passive, non-caring, non-bothering, non-involving about claiming our own properties. It's not an isolated incident. See, the same attitude we face and we express when we have, on our national borders, be it with Pakistan, China, or Bangladesh. We always have an attitude of giving up and not standing for what is ours. It is a very casual, non-caring attitude that I think we have developed as a nation. if we stand up, it is seen like we are doing some kind of a violence, communal violence, or some kind of a terrorism act we are doing. I'm a firm believer of following the law and order of the land, and I don't understand when there is a court order in favor of something, how can it be a dispute? That way anything and everything can be twisted by the media man. And one thing I'll tell you particularly about this media people, when you send them notices or complaints, simple complaints on Facebook, YouTube, that's enough. Either do it individually or as an organization, and we get all that abusive, false content removed. Some of them come and apologize, beg for forgiveness, send us an apology letter, because the channels get hit and the ratings get hit, the revenues get hit. So that is the only language which they understand, to be frank. Because they don't do any research, or I don't know what is their mentality. Even after dealing with tons and tons of them, I don't know what's wrong with them. Some of them are misinformed, some of them are downright abusive. And they cross all limits. If I tell, they'll take pictures of devotees, Photoshop, upload it, misinterpret, misproject in a completely inappropriate way, adding vulgar dimensions to it. It's breaking laws such as ITA 66A, IPC 354D, and IPC 500 defamation, and POXO laws, intellectual property laws, all these things. And they're really shameless about it. Only when you send them a notice or something, then they understand. Anyhow, along with this life negative mindset that we have developed during this colonization period, these media men are brainwashing us to make us feel guilty of claiming our ownership of something which is ours. Actually, I am wondering what right we have to destroy our own cultural and spiritual heritage. See, be it Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, or actually I'll share a link in the comments or in the description of the video. There's a list of thousands and thousands of temples which have been converted into some other structure of some other religion or something else. They have been vandalized, destroyed, and made into something else. It is a very long list. And to mention a few of them, see, like in Gujarat, there is originally there's a place, temple. It's called Shakunika or Shakuni Vihar, Kambat in Gujarat, and it is renamed. Okay, and you can clearly see carving of Kalash and all these things in the pillars. So that has been converted into some other religious structures. And then there is a Gyanvapi mosque. Gyanvapi, there's a mosque in Varanasi, and you can clearly see that structural remains of the temples. Half is, the front part is a temple and the back side is a mosque. You can clearly see. So, my question comes to my mind: what is the responsibility of the current generation? What should we hold towards our heritage? See, because 2 years ago, I was looking at Kashi temple very casually. I was thinking, okay, what's there? Oh, this is how it is, and the whole thing is encroached. So what can be done about it? So this is how it is. But when I am seeing our own people are getting beaten up, they are bleeding and completely brutally being abused and attacked, then only it is clicking to me that hey, this is not normal. And the question comes in my mind: should we continue to be passive about it, or should we be aggressive and violent? Maybe none. Surely not passive, and surely not causing violence and suffering to the society. Right? So, another thing I'll tell you, even something which may be as simple as a rock for somebody becomes a matter of big dispute. There's a sacred rock in which our Guru, Swami-ji, Paramhansa Nityanand, got extraordinary enlightenment experiences. And Swamiji's guru used to meditate on that rock, and then Swamiji as a child used to meditate on that rock. And even today, you can see the pictures. You will come and you will celebrate that place, that rock, in a very big grandeur, remembering that sweet nostalgia of those experiences, and offering our gratitude to the cosmos for giving us those experiences to the rock. And it's a very sacred place for us. And even this place, we have the connection with this place for more than almost half a century. But even for this place, they have vandalized it. You can see in the picture, they throw the slippers and damage it. And if it is just a rock, why would you take so much effort in abusing it? I have a question for these people. I feel the fundamental cognitive shift we need to have is standing up for ourselves and not think it is a great virtue to be bullied and abused. I think this is where an internal revolution starts. It is our responsibility. We will surely restore our temples to their glory. And it is not about the building, it's about the sacred sentiments and cognitions which are associated and imparted by these structures. For you might not connect with the deities. For us, it is a window. It is Sadashiva himself. See, it is like, would you be okay if I took a picture of your parents and use it as a toilet paper and sold it throughout the world as toilet paper, advertising it in the newspaper and billboards as toilet paper? See, I am not doing anything. I would not be doing anything to your parents, right? I am doing it with the pictures of your parents. Would you be okay with it? If there is any paper worthy, if you ask me, to be used as a toilet paper, it would be newspapers. And because in the news media, they have already done so much shit on that paper, surely you cannot cannot dirty it anymore. So, for Hindus, we see these deities, we remember our sweet experiences of the divine. We cherish and celebrate it. See, it is a legal right, which is upheld, by the way, by various apex courts of the country. So there's no dispute. And whoever feels, I challenge them to face the courts. What will happen? They will lose a lot of money in their legal stupidity, and they might suffer some serious damages of reputation and financial. So I would strongly suggest such people not to interfere with law and order. Otherwise, appropriate repercussions await them. The jails of the country await their auspicious presence. There are so many people I know locked up in their respective cells. Maybe I'll come back with more updates on such things with more details. Until then, Nityanandam. Thank you.